All right, guys, welcome back to this YouTube channel. My name is Israel. If this is your first time on this channel, do well to subscribe and turn on the bell notification to get notified anytime I drop a new video. So let's get into it. I want to be sharing my weekly analysis with you guys today, what I'm expecting on the dollar index and as well as on the currency pairs. So starting from the monthly time frame, we have seen price traded into this mitigation block right here. And then we have seen a displacement lower. We have seen price come into this internal range, into this favor lookup right here. We have seen price went back straight to this sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. And we have seen the willingness of price to give us lower prices. And then looking at it from the monthly, we have seen price came back into this monthly order block, the main threshold of this monthly order block. And we have seen price, and we have seen the willingness of price to, to go lower, because we have been seeing price taking out the lows of the previous monthly candle. So this month candle, we saw this price, this particular month, which is June. June took out the low of May, and July also took out the low of June. And we have seen price also taking out the low of July. So which is telling us that price is actually willing to go lower. And where can I point out right here as my, as my draw on liquidity? So I believe this low right here is my closest draw on liquidity. And like I always tell my community, I always tell them, look for the closest draw on liquidity. Don't go for the extreme. Just look for the closest one, and that should be your first target. And now, if this is my first target as my draw on liquidity, then this low, the low of this particular candle, will be my second target, which will be my draw on liquidity. So I've outlined my draw on liquidity from the monthly time frame. Then I'll go to the weekly time frame to also look for anything interesting. So on the weekly time frame, what I can see from the weekly time frame now is that we have seen price traded back into this order block, the main threshold of that order block, the 50% of that order block. I'm marking the body, not the wick. So the main threshold of the order block, we have seen price traded back into it, and we have seen a displacement lower, clearing the sell side liquidity resting below this load right here. Right? So now, last week I actually updated my community. My analysis for them last week was that I'm expecting price to come back into the main threshold of this mitigation block, and right inside that mitigation block. So if I should mark the O candle, we will notice that this candle right here, we have this sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency sitting inside this mitigation block, which makes it a high probability area for us to start looking for sales on the dollar index. So right now we have seen price traded into this sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, and we have seen an external liquidity being taken out. So, and we all know that after an external liquidity has been taken out, what we should expect is a retracement back into the internal liquidity for us to have the continuation of the trend. So, which means I'm still expecting a lower price on I'm expecting lower prices on DXY. So going to the daily time frame, going into the daily time frame, what I can see here is this order block right here. This order block sitting above my draw on liquidity. So I'm expecting this order block to actually hold price a bit. So I'm expecting price to come into this order block and retrace back into this area before we can see the continuation of the trend. So, and where am I expecting price to retrace back into? Of course, I have this breaker block right here. So I'm expecting price to retrace back into this breaker block, the main threshold of this breaker block. And if we look closely, inside this breaker block, we have this other block as well. This up close candle is another block. So I'm expecting price. So right now I have two PDRs inside this area. So I have this breaker block and I have this other block. And now if I should now use my fib retracement level, my fib retracement tool, then it is also conversing with my PDRAs. So I have this 0.5% and 61.8% area sitting right inside my areas of interest. So right now, here now will now be my area of interest from this high to this low, from this low to this high, this breaker block and this other block. And my 61.8% retracement, field retracement level is also sitting inside that area. So I'm expecting price to do something like this and then to continue. Right? So this is my analysis for the dollar index for the new week. So this is my analysis for the dollar index for the new week. So I'm expecting Monday to trade lower, and then probably Monday to Tuesday, Wednesday to trade into this area before we see the continuation. So, but ultimately, this is my draw on liquidity for the new week. So hopefully price gets there for the week. And if not, we actually don't predict, we react. So it is what we see price printing to us that will give us the trading idea. All right. So going to the Euro USD, we have seen price. So let's start from the monthly time frame as well. So let's start from the monthly time frame as well. So looking at it from the monthly time frame, we have seen price traded into this area, clearing this sell side, the sell side liquidity resting below this equal low. Let's see this candle and this candle. This is a perfect liquidity area for price to take. So price took out this equal low and then gave us a displacement to the upside. Now, after this displacement to the upside, we see price traded back into that internal range after clearing this buy side liquidity resting above this candle. So we've seen price traded below, and then we have seen price giving us a bullish reaction. We have seen price taking out the highs of the previous month candles, which is telling us that we are now in an uptrend on the monthly time frame. Now, going to the weekly time frame, we have seen price clear the buy side liquidity resting above these highs, above the high of this candle, and then we have seen the displacement lower into this range. Actually, the whole of this candle is an order block. So probably on the daily time frame, we are going to see a PDRA around here. So we have seen price trade into the discount area of this whole range, and we have seen another break of structure to the upside. Now, so this break of structure is price taking out the external liquidity. And now, after price has taken out the external liquidity, what can we expect? We expect price to retrace back into the internal liquidity. And we have seen price come into this buy side imbalance side inefficiency. We have seen price come into this fair value gap, and we have saw the displacement to the upside sponsorship. So going to the daily time frame. So going into the daily time frame, what can I expect? So my closest draw on liquidity will be this high right here on Euro USD. So this is my closest draw on liquidity. And if I should now look left, I can see this failure swing and then this high right here. So these are my draw on liquidity for the new week. So I'm expecting price to probably clear this high, since the draw on liquidity is very close by. That would be about how many pips? So this will be about 40 pips. So we can see Monday clearing this high. And as we have analyzed on DXY, we have seen that we have a close by PDRA on DXY, which is this daily order block. So which means if we are expecting price to come into this order block before a retracement to the upside, then we should expect the Euro USD also to clear this buy side liquidity before retracing back into the internal range. And then what is the internal range liquidity that we can expect price to come into? Now, if price should come on Monday and clear this high like this, then we should expect that we cannot have, we should expect a fair value gap like this. If Monday should open and clear this high, then that will leave us with a fair value gap, right? That will leave us with a fair value gap. And then inside that fair value gap, then we are going to see something like this. So this is our breaker block. Inside this buy side imbalances side inefficiency. So this will now be our breaker block. So I'm expecting price to do what? I'm expecting price to trade above this guy, take out this buy side liquidity and retrace back into this breaker block before we see the continuation of the trend. And if not, then we have another breaker block right here. This is another breaker block right here. The price can also come into before we see the continuation. So guys, this is my expectation for the new week. I am not predicting price. I only react on whatever the price is printing for me. So this is not a financial advice. Look at your chart, look at the chart yourself and make your decision based on what you are seeing. But for me, this is my expectation, and I wish you all a happy trading week. All right, guys, bye.